Number one is that we need to become one Fresno. That drives everything. And that means we have to come together to be united as a people. People on the north, people on the south, people who are white, people who are black.
How?
And it begins when people feel included. And communication is part of that. Opening up, searching our hearts, communicating with one another, talking about those things that perhaps we haven't felt the freedom to talk about in the past, that we are today. For me, it's listening. I've been going out on this listening tour, listening journey, meeting with people who were some of my most vocal non-supporters, and hearing from them. Meetings that may take 2 to 3 hours, and listening to people in terms of where they're at today and why they feel the way they feel. And it's really not a time for me to explain who I am or defend things that have occurred, but to listen. And then the next thing to do is to do something about it. So we unite, and the next thing we have to do is recognize the number one issue we face in Fresno is poverty. And we also know that poverty is primarily, not exclusively, but has a devastating impact on people of color, primarily black. So we have to improve our economy. It's called economic mobility, job attraction. That's going to be a primary focus of mine. First thing I am doing, I'm hiring a consultant. We just finalized the scope that he will utilize for his search, all privately funded. But we have to assess our own resources here in Fresno in terms of what are we able to attract in terms of new businesses to Fresno. What have we done in the past that has been successful? What have we done that hasn't been successful? We have to identify what are those businesses that would be uniquely situated or fit for Fresno, and strategically target those, whether it's in the light industry or tech world. But we have to go after those types of businesses that are going to provide livable wage jobs. That's not to say we exclude those companies that provide opportunity jobs, because we need those too at the $15, $16 level as well. But I can commit to not repeating the mistakes of the past, and to make sure that we are recruiting the very best talent that we can for the city of Fresno for our leadership positions. I'm in the process of doing that now. I am confident that people of color will be represented in that leadership, and I'm also confident that we will have a culture in our city that does not discriminate. And let me tell you, I'm going to do that. It's easy to say that. I'm going to create listening sessions, learning sessions for all city employees, 3,600 employees, where we're going to take time out of our busy work schedules to learn about the various ethnic groups in our community, the history, where we are today, discriminatory practices, and it's going to be focused on every single employee so that they can get to understand their coworkers better as well as the community better. But I know that I'm in a position of leadership today because God has a plan for this city, and I am praying that He uses me to carry out that plan. And I know much of that plan has to do with reaching out and lifting people out of poverty, especially people of color. And I also know part of that plan is unifying this city. And I am going to unify this city because I'm going to humble myself and go before the people and listen.